He's here, the one, the only, Kurt Okerman, the film guy. Good to see you again.
Good to see you
What
guys.
you got this week?
Yeah.
Okay, so new on Disney Plus this week is the highest grossing movie of 2018, Marvel's Black Panther. T'Challa, the newest of the long line of Black Panthers and kings of the technologically advanced and somewhat hidden country of Wakanda, returns home after the death of his father and the events of Captain America: Civil War. As he settles into his rule, a young man enters the country claiming to be a member of the royal family and challenges T'Challa for the throne and the right to be the Black Panther. You know, though this is the 18th film in the cinematic universe, it is one of the most enjoyable films, one of the most passionate as it delves into the vast culture of this country and the sanctity of family. And not just, all these communities were one family kind of thing. So they bonded together and that type of thing. And so it's a beautiful, very enjoyable film.
Now, how did you like all the special effects? Because there are plenty of them in this
Oh,
movie.
yes. I mean, we have to create a whole country out of nowhere. And some of the stuff, he's running into a suit that's not there. So sure. I think some of it was very well done. Some of the best in the cinematic universe, the MCU as they call it. There's a couple scenes that are a little odd. One of the final fight scenes is almost all CG generated. So after a while, you're just like, okay, this is a little too much. But I really, really enjoyed it. It actually was really, really fun with the flying ships and him jumping on the cars, as you probably saw in the trailers and stuff.
There was a lot of buzz about that movie. I haven't seen it yet, but it got a lot of critical acclaim, and I've heard a lot about it, so no reason not to catch it now.
Now, biggest grossing movie of 2018.
Yeah.
And yet, the Black Panther is less known than, like, the Hulk or Captain America. How did it hook you then?
Yeah. Well, I find, what's funny is I find I almost enjoy more of the ones that are less well known, like the Guardians are my favorite. The Guardians of the Galaxy are my favorites. And so he has this really interesting thing. And another really cool thing is that he's the ruler of a whole country, so now he's having to protect the whole country, whereas a lot of them are just protecting family or a few different people, maybe a small city. And other than Thor, who has his own, planet, his own rule as well as the king. Yes. It's really interesting because he has other things to worry about, and so there's a lot. It goes into more deeper roles than say Captain America, where he's just. I guess the first one where he's fighting the World War, but
Right, you got a reboot, right?
Yeah. Yes. Oh, yes. The new movie coming out to buy this week is the reboot, a second reboot actually, the 1974 Black Christmas. Not sure if I'll see that one. Also, the Clint Eastwood film based on the notorious Centennial Olympic Park bombing, 1996 Atlanta Olympics. Richard Jewell is out to buy. Paul Walter Hauser stars as the man that became famous for being at the right place at the right time, then being blamed for it. Clint Eastwood directs the film, and he structures this film so strongly. He starts out showing that Jewell has a reputation of being a little too power-driven, and so it really kind of shows you, okay, maybe he did do this. And so John Hamm has a really great role. He plays the FBI agent who is there on the scene and also is the lead investigator. Sam Rockwell, always great as his buddy, and Kathy Bates is his mother, and she's amazing too. So.
Did you like it?
I loved it. It was really powerful and really enjoyable, really interesting to find out things that I was 10 at the time. So
right.
There's some things I thought didn't realize they happened.
Kind of learned something from it. All right.
Thanks,
Thank
Chris.
you so much.
Appreciate it.